When traders tell us how to make Thinkorswim even better, we listen. They asked for a version they could access anywhere, no download necessary. We heard them. And when they asked to execute a preset trade strategy in seconds, we said absolutely. Feedback like this inspired us to build Thinkorswim Web, and it continues to push us. So our entire suite of platforms never stops getting better. Because platforms this innovative aren't just made for traders, they're made by them. Thinkorswim Trading, from TD Ameritrade.
From the weekend warriors to the renovation dreamers, Lowe's has you covered. We know you take pride in every project you take on. We share that pride, so we're celebrating with Craftsman Days. Tackle your yard with outdoor power equipment, fix that sink with hand tools and flashlights, and tinker under the hood with mechanics tool sets. Whatever your next project is, you'll find what you need during Craftsman Days. Shop online or in-store at Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. While supplies last, U.S. only.
All of you good-looking citizens, man and woman, even our she over there with a mask on is killing it. I'm saying.
Yeah, that's it. She's securing the people.
Of course, we know.
Boss man.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you check your phone real quick before?
Okay. I thought you just saying. Well, you know, God is good. You understand. All right. Now, let's see. Of course, you know, the woman enjoys using my card as much as possible, is looking stunning. Yes, yes. Good to see you. Want to say something so they can see you upon thine camera?
I would just like to tell each and every person, good morning. Have a prosperous day today. And every time you get up in the morning, dress like you feel. Law said something to me the other night. He was like, you know, people should dress people should dress in a way that makes them happy. I'm paraphrasing Law. People should dress in a way that makes them happy, not other people happy. It makes them happy. So when you get up, before you get up and go out, dress to make yourself happy. Enjoy your day. Don't worry about what other people say. That's how you have a prosperous day.
Jerome, you sound like you agree with that, sir.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, I mean, she sounded as good as she looked. The voice was all soft and, you know, melodic.
Antonio,
Yes, sir.
I feel that in my shana now.
That's, I know that's right. I know that's right. Good stuff. Well, you know, in 2012, I truly start coming into my own. Let's start back a little bit. In 2001, I was crazy as hell. I was ready to kill stuff. I really was. I was ready to kill stuff, and the Army took total advantage of that. By the time 2001 hit, I was pretty ruthless. As a matter of fact, September 11th, 2001, I was on my way somewhere. I was relentless. I knew how to drink beer and kill people and play spades. I was in the United States Army, and I was in the field when that infamous day happened, and I wouldn't see regular life again until 2002 and a half, okay, without a doubt. And I remember thinking in uniform, holding my weapon, I don't like working with people. You ever had one of those moments? Oh, come on, don't fool me now. I wish I had some black sheep of the families here talking to me. You know, I'm sitting there. It's hot as hell. I got spiders this big, and I'm not exaggerating. Just, you know, can you do me a favor, Deanna? If you would just Google camel spiders, that would be perfect for me. And then no, go on, Google it.
I don't want to see that this morning.
No.
Nobody wants to see a camel spider.
Man,
for God's sake.
It is like this big. Well, take my word for it then. All right, it's this big. You understand?
Go on, do your thing. Go on.
And I'm sitting there looking at those, and I don't like spiders this big. You understand? I don't like them that big. So I know I don't want them that big. It's hot outside. And it's crazy because It's 145 degrees and I'm hot. And then it drops down, and this is going to sound very confusing, to 100 degrees at night, and I'm freezing. And I'm trying to figure out why is this happening. And I just realized, well, it's a 45-degree temperature drop, period. And I go, like this here, I don't feel like working for nobody no more. Literally. And in 2001, a year and a half, or 2002, 2 years into my military career, contract still got 2 years left. I said, you know what? I think I'm going to do this business thing full time. Okay. And in truth, I had already been doing it full time. I just went up to the Army because that's just what young black men did that came from the hood. I mean, there's no other model. We didn't go to college. We went to the Army. I don't know about y'all and where y'all come from. This is how it works here. And I started coming to my own about 2005. Deanna was actually working for me in, was it 2005? 2006?
I think so. Is that when I was at the travel management firm?
I think so. I think how many people was working with me at that time from your experience?
Okay, so there was the poet.
Oh yeah. You ain't gotta name them individually. It'll take too long. There's quite a few.
Yeah, quite a few. Maybe a few handfuls.
So I went out the Army 2004. About 2005, I had about 50 people working for me. Just think about this for a second. Grace, where's Grace at? I'm born in 1981. How old was I in 2005? You got that math pretty good.
24.
That sounds good to me. I'm 24 years old. Got about 50 people working. And I realized, holy crap, they don't know why they're here. Keep walking with me. I'm going somewhere. So I keep on going, Steve. I'm figuring out, we do a lot of stuff, no problem. And then I realized, and I sure hope this helps somebody out there, you can't help people by helping people. You help people by guiding people. You can't help them by helping people. That ain't the way it works. That's not the way it works. If you help them, then you're going to continuously be their source of prosperity. If you guide them, then they will learn how to be their source of prosperity. So I had 50 people that I realized I was their source of prosperity. So slowly I had to let it go. And I started learning. Just fast forward a few years. I go get another job about 2009 because Hurricane Ike comes through Galveston, Texas. At the time, it was the second most expensive storm on planet Earth. 25-foot storm surge comes through, wipes out Galveston. Just no levees. It's just a wall of water, just wipes out. So the next year, I have to go get a job. I go to Little Caesars. Become the manager, work my way up to the store manager, and I end up retiring November 27, 2011. It took me 2 years to get back on my feet, work everything out, and get to the point where I had $3,000 coming in monthly, and my expenses was just $1,200 a month. I'm trying to teach you something. My expenses were just $1,200 a month. That means I was living very minimally because I'm no dummy, okay? Ain't no sense in for healing yourself, Vanessa, if you're going to kill yourself. That don't make no sense. You know, you might as well just go ahead and kill yourself. Don't heal and then go back to self-sabotaging. Don't do that. Just keep self-sabotaging. So I'm spending $1,200 a month. I'm making $3,000 a month. I realized, man, after I pay all my bills, I got still more than double left. I should just leave jobs altogether. November 27, 2011, I did. And I I actually meet Tempest that year in June 2011. And I said to myself, I'm going to try this full-time speaking thing. Keep walking. I'm getting closer. I'm going to try this full-time speaking thing because I'm really good and people keep asking me to come. Now, at the time, this was, the church folk understand this here. You know, I'm doing a lot of speaking for youth and all sorts of poetry, all sorts of stuff for the church. And they're not paying me, but they're giving me love offerings. Who know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's pay down. I don't get it twisted. It's donation. You know, sometimes I leave with $2, depending on the size of the church. Sometimes I leave with $2,000. It just depends on the size of the church, right?
Come on, Food Basket Ministry.
Come on now. Come on. And then I realized something. I need to start building employees again. If I really want to take this further, I need to start doing it. In 2012, I signed up for an internship. 25,000 people applied. 22 people got it. Lakewood Church. And the first day in Lakewood Church, I'm amazed. You get in there, it's like walking into a coliseum or something. And it's the second day there. It's July 2012. I say, I figured it out. I figured out what my problem has been in business. Now we talking to y'all. Lakewood and every organization, from Islam to what you would call secular, to Exxon, to anybody prosperous, the people around them know why they are there. Help me, somebody. And what the most successful companies have done is they have shortened or made their mission statements so memorable that people naturally live out the mission statement, even if they don't recognize they do it or not. The mission statement becomes the culture. It is at this point, I want all of you to pay attention. There is a culture of ATS, period, point blank. It's thick. It took me 18 years of failing. Help me, somebody. Okay, hold on. Let me, baby boomers, help me out real quick. These young folk, they think they supposed to get it as soon as they try. Y'all help me out real quick, okay? Let me tell y'all something. You gotta fail a whole lot to learn just a little, okay? Just receive that. The faster you do it, the better you'll be, okay?
Amen to that.
That's it. Come on, Susan.
Yeah, it didn't happen. We weren't an overnight success, or people didn't know us in Ohio, or, you know Phil right away. It was a little bit. We messed up a lot. Still mess up sometimes.
Yeah.
You know. But if you don't try, you don't have the opportunity to fail and try again.
Y'all hear that? Now, I ain't never seen them mess up. They perfect around here. You understand? So they, Phil and Susan, they messed up one time, like January 2008. Was like, nah, that's it, Susan. We're not gonna do that no more. Something like that. But seriously, I realized something.
Instead, it was, that's it, Phil. We're not going to do that anymore.
Ah, that's it. There you go. Remember what I said? Y'all remember what I said? Women should run the world. Susan said, "How you know we don't?" There it is. Okay, let's just remember who actually runs this world. Okay, it dawned on me: if y'all don't know the culture, then I'm never gonna be able to have people around me doing something amazing. Does that make sense? Now, there's a culture here. All of you, whether you know it or not, know the number one rule in this organization, whether you can explain it or not. Doesn't matter. Law, the number one rule we got.
No one suffers alone.
Look at that. I could have picked out anybody been here longer than 2 weeks. They'd have caught it. You understand? You're looking handsome as usual, by the way. I mean, I'm just saying. That's our number one rule. Number two rule, Deanna? Of course, she got to know.
Stay in the plane.
Stay in the plane. That means it's a bumpy ride, Abby. I'm me and you. It's a bumpy ride. You understand? And if you want to survive turbulence, don't jump out the plane. I'm trying to talk to somebody. You understand? That's our two rules. We ain't got no other rules because the leader don't like rules at all. So I don't like rules. So we ain't got no other rules. That's it. Any other thing we make up as we go. You understand? What you need to get is the 4 visions for this company. Because the more you get it, is the more we will be prosperous. I'm going to repeat them. It's not to insult your intelligence. It is to make sure that you on autopilot know we coming to create 100,000 millionaires. You might want to look like that, smell like that, talk like that. And the next time you try to explain what we do around here and somebody doubting you, you just need to consider that ain't one of them millionaires. Help me, somebody. Okay? Everybody ain't on our path. And it's perfectly fine for them to choose another path and perfectly fine for you to release them so you can go find the one who is. I'm trying to help somebody out here. And some of these folk that you love so much, they're not on this journey with you and never will be. You literally gonna have to make this money, stay away from them for a limited time, and then come back and save them when you can do so. But you cannot take them on this journey with you. Kara just put in the chat, I noticed. You mind if I repeat that again, Sugar? Because somebody really, really, really need to hear that. Listen, y'all.
Say it again, sir.
You understand. Most of you are in a place in your life in which you love yourself, but looked around and realized, I don't necessarily like what I got going on. I'm grateful, but I want more. Am I in the right place? Okay, yeah.
You're in the right place.
Okay. Now that you know, you right there, Justin. Now that you know that you want more, let me break it down to you. It's simple. The people are Shia in your life that you have included upon your path help you accumulate what you got. And they're not going to help you accumulate nothing else. I done put my feet in the air now. Who is in your life help you accumulate what you have? Oh, but they good people. Yes. They just want you to stay right where you at in prosperity.
Speak.
Mm-hmm. Just because the people around you got a lot don't mean they want you to have a lot. Oh, Lord have mercy. Justin, I'm trying to help him. I'm trying to. I need y'all to get that some people in your life enjoy where they are in respect of where you are. And they keep you around to remind themselves that they're doing better than you. And a lot of these people, they got the same blood. Same God you serve. Some of them you're married. Go ahead. Is that Justin?
Yeah.
Okay, come on, man. You got 2 minutes. Go ahead.
I was in the chat trying to put something in there, but it didn't come out right. I don't know why. But what I was saying with your first comment, there's usually four stages. And the first one is the peasant worker phase, where you're just working, like you say, you're working at Little Caesars. You're just working, stacking X amount % of your income and learning for at least 1 to 2 years. Just stacking and learning. You're a worker bee. The next is you've been found what it is that you're good at, and you're a warrior at it. You're beasting on it. You're killing everything. And then the next is you're using good debt and you're networking. So now you're a master, because now your money is starting to work for you. So now you're the master now. You're working. Your money's working for you. You're not working for the money anymore. And then next you can start networking and anything else. But in that phase, everybody's not willing to take that leap of faith. People ain't gonna climb the pole. They definitely and they might get there and not jump. So therefore, they're not gonna be in your circle. And there's a lot of people that like to keep people in their circle because number one, it's lonely when you're taking that journey. So sometimes people become selfish and keep people around or in their circle, not to benefit them, just because they need people around them.
So
Penthouse is lonely. The big house is lonely. When you gotta work, 60, 80 hours, that becomes lonely. Shit, I lock myself in my office. I got a new office space, and I didn't stay there for 3.5 months during pandemic until I met my e-commerce numbers. I mean, I had company here and there, but not living the way I was supposed to live, because I had a goal, it was a thing, and I had to meet my mark. So that journey, most times families not gonna, especially if you come from underserved communities, because the mentality is not there. It's not taught in school. Your grandfather wasn't doing it. Your father wasn't doing it. So that mentality is not there. So most likely, they're not going to get it until they actually see signs of success. And when they see signs of success, first is going to be jealousy. Then it's going to be, how'd you do it? Then it's going to be, what are you doing with all this money? Because our community has a fear of abundance. Our community has a fear of abundance, where generational wealth has a fear of poverty. One saying, how do you get this money? Let me stay away from you. The other saying, damn, you ain't got no money. Let me stay away from you because you ain't doing nothing right. And most people, unless they're ready to change it, they're not going to really, you can guide them. You can give them all the books you want. You can give them whatever they want, but unless they want to see the change or do something for themselves, they're not going to change. What you can do, though, from my experience, is you can put them on your team and make them an employee until they're ready to take that leap of faith and start a business. They can be a good employee. That's all I had to.
Oh, no. You talking well, sir. Go ahead, Vanessa.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
I don't care about none of it no more, Antonio. I've reached my place in life, my space, where it ain't about putting no more luggage, no more weight in my wagon.
That's right.
It's about me now, Antonio. I'm serious.
You helping somebody?
I'm serious. It's about me now. I am not going to continue to sit around and wait on these people. Because one thing I do know, the universe is round and I have a place in it. And it's constantly moving. And I have to keep moving. I've made a decision on what it is I'm going to do. Good. I have to meet the people where they are or where they're not. And the goal is, like you just said, the sooner I catch the vision of ATS, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. And either people are going to want to come with you only because they are there at the time that they're supposed to be there, or they won't.
You need an organ behind you right now.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all
you
right.
talking right now.
And
Yeah, she
Yeah.
has. You
And that's
talking.
what time it is. I'm getting ready to join a whole lot of women organizations.
Come on now.
Like Susan told me, she said, go and add value. And that's what I'm going to do. Because everybody needs some representation.
Mm.
But I'm going to do my part. The only thing I'm going to trust is that the universe, who I call Source, who is my God, will I'll be taken care of, like I'm being taken care of now. But
That's
you
right.
got to clear the wreckage in your own mind.
Ooh,
But
Vanessa.
I'm here to serve.
I know that.
You know,
All right.
and I'm gonna serve. I asked you when I came on this line,
Mm-hmm.
Antonio, how can I help you?
You did. You
So
did.
I'm catching, and I'm gonna build a platform
I know
just
that's
for the
right.
voice and the spirit of ATS. So
But you know, Vanessa then said everything I was gonna say. Yeah, I mean that's that's what
okay.
she
All right. So
that's it. She is our wise counsel. She done been through a thing or two. She knows something.
amen.
Yes, sir.
See?
Go ahead, Abby. Thank you, Vanessa.
You're welcome.
Well, I just want to say thank you to everybody. I want to say thank you for just the love and the support. I've been going through my own wilderness journey, um, figuratively and literally, and I'm just so grateful for this community. And um, I'm sure some of you know a little bit about me, and I have my own background that I come from, and I've always kind of like been in the shadows, so to speak. Sorry, I kind of talk in parables sometimes, so
You all right.
I hope
You all right.
you can just go along with me. But
Mm-hmm.
being the only girl in my family, well, the only girl with an older brother and a younger brother, I've always kind of been the quote and unquote underdog. And when my older brother was born, he was well, when we're all younger, he was the smart one, he was the genius, he was the one who was supposed to go to Harvard, and then I was in the middle, and I was the creative one who was very artistic, and who was very good with painting and good with singing, and but I was the creative, and then my younger brother was the other intelligent one. So my brothers were the smart ones in school. They were the ones who got the straight A's and were first and second in class. And I used to come seventh in class proudly. I proudly came seventh, and but I just always knew, even from as early on as I could remember, I always knew that there was something out there for me. I've always had that conviction in my soul, and I just carried on. I continued to believe in that light within me, and I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the journey. I'm grateful for the ups and downs. I'm grateful for the highs and lows. I know that God is with me. I know that He's with my family. I know that all will be well. And I just want to just express my gratitude and my love to everybody on this call. I am so blessed and so honored to be a part of this community, and it's only going up from here. Thank you, guys.
Yes, yes, yes. And she's from Nigeria, dual citizen, and has a lot going on for her. Yes, thank you, Jerry. She said something that both me and Kiera, we neither one of us was in class, but I want y'all to hear something. She finished seventh proudly. People that change the world don't do well in class. It's just statistical facts. And every now and then you'll find one or two, but we don't do well in class. My graduating class was 700 people big. I graduated 597. I barely graduated. Barely. And it wasn't until I went to the Army, did all that stuff I just told y'all. I didn't go to college in 2011. August 2011, I went to college. By then, I had been so good at business law. I had got my jaw broken so many times trying to figure out how to make legal money. Let me just tell you. I knew how to make that other money. You understand? That wasn't hard. You know, not that illegal money is easier. That's just the only culture I knew. I knew those rules. So I know those rules. What are these other rules that y'all got out here? And what the hell is these taxes things doing? I don't understand this taxes stuff, you know, and this credit. I don't need no credit on the streets. I need street credit. You understand? I need Justin to vouch for me in this neighborhood. That's my 800 credit score. You understand? And I got beat up August 2011. By that time, I was the man. Or she in my head. Let me tell you something. August 2011, I started college. It's crazy truth. December 2015, I was graduating college the second time. I want y'all to process that information real quick. Listen to what I just said. Second time. In 4.5 years, I got a master's. I finished my bachelor's in 3 years, graduated, president of the Honor Society, and then took my 3-year master's program, no breaks, never took a summer off, took 19 hours a semester. 19 hours a semester. I had to get the approval of the dean every semester. They had to sign the same paper, Jerry, every semester. Full time is 12 hours. I'm doing 19 hours. And I did that 19 hours, plus I did 40 hours a week at Lakewood interning for 2 years. During that process, I would leave home at 5 in the morning because school was 60 miles away from me. I would come back home at 11 at night. My oldest son would stay up. They don't have a bedtime right now because they would stay up just to see their daddy come home. And I couldn't tell them go to sleep because then they never would have saw me. So they would stay up, do all that stuff. And I did this for 4 years, 4.5 years. And I did it not because I was good at school. I did it because they had me messed up, Nikki. They told me what I couldn't do. See, by that time, I had an entrepreneur spirit, Abby. You understand? By that time, they told me what I wasn't going to do, and they had me messed up. And there was some folk in there competing. Now, I don't know about y'all, but don't compete with me. That's not wise because I'm not bothering you. But Will Smith said it better than I could ever say it, Jerry. If you're on the treadmill and I'm on the treadmill, I'm going to die before I get off that treadmill. Ask my people. Grace, unmute your mic. I used to take y'all working out what time in the morning?
Was it 5?
How big were the mosquitoes?
Probably big as those camel spiders you were talking about.
Yeah, buddy. And I used to do what I used to have us do, Grace. Once y'all hear this.
Run. Try to do push-ups, standing up on your hands. That was crazy. I
want y'all to keep in mind at this time, I'm 290 pounds. And I'm leading skinny people working out.
Did we do burpees?
Burpees, all that stuff. How far did I take y'all running?
I don't even know.
2 miles.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Let me tell you something, Law.
Thinking about it makes me sleepy. I just, okay.
Let me tell you something.
Get more out of summer with savings on appliances to simplify and streamline during the Home Depot's 4th of July savings in-store and online. Right now, you'll save a bundle on top appliances like this Samsung laundry pair. Celebrate summer with a laundry upgrade during 4th of July savings at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. U.S. only. While supplies last. Free delivery on purchases of $396 or more. Valid through July 14th.
Stand out from all the rest by becoming a CFA charter holder. As the investment industry evolves, professionals need the tools to evolve with it. When you become a CFA charter holder, you're not only developing real-world skills and expertise, you're demonstrating to employers that you have what it takes to thrive. In fact, more than 80% of those who earn the CFA charter say it boosted their career. Sound interesting? Go to cfainstitute.org/learn to find out more about the Level 1 CFA exam.
No, I'm down about a good 225 now. I'm solid. But then I was about 290. And at 18 to 24 or 18 to 22, I was running 6 minute miles. So in my head, I could still run 6 minute miles. Now, when I started running, my body was hurting. I was 157 pounds when I was running 6 minute miles. I'm a whole 100% heavier than that now. You understand? And I still killed them every morning.
You know you done messed up.
Man,
because now I'm not have to match your time.
My time ain't no 6 minute miles no more. It's more like 9 minute miles now.
Well, I'm about to get close to that at 240 pounds. So you messed up.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's more like 9 minute miles now. In fact, I'm pretty sure I could do 9 is too high. I could do about a 8 minute mile now.
Chris,
I could do 2 miles in 16 minutes.
Chris, you messing up. What he said about competing. You messing up. I'm telling you right now, he gonna kill you. Go ahead, young boy. Go ahead.
Hey, but look, that challenge gonna make me better. It's gonna make me
better, boy.
That's right.
I like that.
It's gonna make me better.
Listen, the reason I'm telling you this, they thought, I was like, y'all come on out here. We work because I'm changing their mindset. Like, hey, we got somewhere to go. Listen, y'all, this 2000. What was that? About 3 years ago, we was working on Grace, maybe.
I believe so.
Yeah, it's about 2017.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm changing us. Y'all wouldn't be here if we was out there. Rain, cold, we was out there. We was out there for like a full year. We was out there. I mean, I had a mosquito on my head so big. One of them got scared. It was so big, because we, Southeast Texas. But I'm bringing this up to say, now, how could I pull off running this far? Susan says you remember that show. All right. How could I pull off running this far, doing all those push-ups? I could do 90 push-ups in a row today. How can correct push-ups in a row today? How can I push us that far and I'm the heaviest one out there? Because my brain say, I'm going to die before they beat me. I need y'all to hear me. God dog it. Listen to me. My brain said we did 6 minute miles before. So you might as well take your little fat self and do 6 minute miles today. Now, my body couldn't push itself to 6 minute miles. It was more like 9, but it showed pushed itself and it didn't stop. And let me tell you something. 15 steps in, my back was screaming. It ain't been worked like that. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about? That lower back muscles that you walk into the store and you gotta, oh my God. Come on. I wish I had some folk that then woke up a few times in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That back be burning. You're like, oh yeah, 15 steps in, my back killing me. That ain't had nothing to do with my mindset. My mindset said, I done started running and we gonna finish it. See, the difference between me, and they got this now, in and now, me and them then, is Nikki, I started it. And I was gonna die before I quit. And I treat every task like that. If I say I'm going to do something, you're going to have to kill me for me not to finish that something. Yeah, 298 pounds, running 2 miles nonstop. You know how crazy you gotta be to do that? Thighs locked up. As soon as I was done, Steve, body was out of there. That ain't had nothing to do with the fact that I was gonna get back up the next day and kill it again. I said what I was gonna do, and I did what I was gonna do. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. Let me read just real quick. I just learned the less is your team alive. Man, shit. That 405 this morning. I've learned unless it's your team lions, don't turn their head when the dog barks. I focus on my goal, work out, get it. I get it. I don't leave while they're still barking. Otherwise,
No,
go ahead.
That came out a little wrong on the key. I'm keyboarding and I'm trying to key on the phone too, so it ain't coming out right.
Got you.
What
Good,
I was
good.
saying is that you could burn out trying to compete with everybody in the gym.
Oh yeah, man.
Like you have like a, sometimes people get like a Napoleon complex. They see somebody doing so, you ain't gonna beat me. I get in there, and I've learned from experience. I get in there, I follow my workout. If it ain't somebody work out with me on my team, that's who's pushing me. I ain't worried about what nobody else is doing, saying whatever, because they'll be still doing it. You can get your workout in and leave. Otherwise, you're gonna burn out trying to compete to everybody else that you can beat them.
That's right.
Focus on your goal, do your workout, and get up out of there. They're going to still be barking, still be sitting there playing by the water fountain, throwing on plates, laughing, giggling, doing all that stuff. You're going to do your workout and leave like a lion does. And strut when you leave.
Tight muscles.
There you go.
Focus mind. You go eat some fruit on the way out. Listen, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. There's a culture. So Arshia saying, you know what I'm saying? Tony, I get it, man. You own it. Why? Because yesterday I told y'all the vision. And before I tell you how we gonna pull it off, I need to tell you, don't talk. I need you to be. Okay? Forget me telling you how we gonna pull it off. I need you to be like us. In your own way. But I need you to adopt this culture. What we don't do is let people suffer alone. Grace sent me a message, says 2 new people on Nikki's team. Shout out to you, Nikki. Congratulations. 2 new people. Let me scroll up so I can see their names real quick. Grace made sure I knew. Shawana and Crystal. Shout out to me. Okay, I see Crystal. Oh, okay, the profile picture, Crystal. And let me see Shawana. And I see Shawana. Shawana and Crystal. Congratulations to both of you. Let me holler at both of you real quick. Don't nobody suffer alone. If you suffering, we gonna suffer with you.
I appreciate that. And you know what's funny? You and Justin hit it right on the head because I already made it in my mind that I'm going to be successful no matter what.
Talk your talk.
If I have a partner, if I don't have a partner, if I have a mother, if I have a father, because I've been through too much stuff to be waiting on people to be moving their feet slowly, because I have the vision and my daughter see the vision. So guess what? If me and my daughter see the vision, I'm going to keep running because she is my fuel to my fire. So by you saying all this stuff is only confirmation for me. And like I said, once I get in action, I know how to run the plays. This gives me the tools. I know how to run the plays.
Say that again, girl.
Y'all hear that? Can I be personal for a second so y'all can get it? Now I'm going to talk about me. In fairness.
Get personal, sir.
In fairness, I'm a young black man. So I just want to give you a young black man's perspective. It's not offensive. It's not divisive. It's not charged. You're going to like it. I just need to tell you, I know you don't see that I'm black, but I'm black. I know you don't see color, but let me just tell you. And one day I realized my boys, they only knew a couple of things. And I want y'all to hear me on this. My boys, it was 2017. I didn't become a millionaire until 2017, and I got there by accident. I can't stress this to y'all enough, okay? It was 2017 when I had this vision, but it started in 2016. So this is January 2017. It was right before. So typically, the way it works in America, if you're not sure, we have elections every 4 years, or federal elections, as far as the president goes, every 4 years. And then that happens in November. And then what makes democracy and places like anywhere where there is democracy is there is a peaceful transition of power. Okay. This is what makes, democracy. The prime minister leaves peacefully in the UK. There's no off with their head, because that's the way it used to be. You understand? And that peaceful transition of power typically happens January 21st of the next year. Okay. So this is January-ish 3rd, 2017. And I realized something, and I really want y'all to hear this, because my boys only knew a few things. And at the time, they were born in 2008. So that was 8 and 5. They were 8 and 5. And I realized something. I said, yo, my boys only know a black president and a black millionaire daddy. And I had to sit back and go for a second. Okay. Just listen. I'm not trying to bring up color, but I need to tell you from my perspective. I say, well, I better not let that down. I'm trying to help somebody. I just, because they taught me, Nikki, everything don't last forever. And I say, I ain't trying to hear that. Don't tell me how this gonna work. So every day since that realization, it took me 8 years to get it, but every day since that realization, all my boys know is they daddy got people working for them. And they daddy treat people well. And I better not let that down or be fake about that. I might want to keep that up, or my boys is going to date your daughters and mistreat them. Help me, somebody. So I might as well be raising some proper men. You understand? And I got a little girl too. And what she don't need to do is be impressed by one of your sons, because he done drove up in something. No. I need her to say, Steve, oh, my daddy did that already. You need to have something more impressive. Kind of rental properties you got. What's your investment portfolio looking like? You understand? Don't roll up in no depreciated asset trying to get my kids. What's your appreciated assets look like, Justin? That's what we talking about around here. Yeah, rolling up in some depreciating asset thinking you fit to impress us. Oh, no. Oh, no. How many apartment complexes you got? Okay. And I'm talking about being materialistic. I'm talking about being wise. The same way that you got to watch what you eat is the same way you got to watch who you associate with. Because some of y'all, you eat very well and you're still sick, because you haven't processed that the people around you have the same chemical effect in your body as you eating all that sugar. All them emotions they got you going through is keeping your body acidic. Health is wealth. That's why Justin work out. He's a good looking brother too. You ought to see his biceps. They look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the arms. And real big. He got that whole New York look too. He got the 5 o'clock shadow that stay there all the time, Grace. You know what I'm saying? The whole New York look, the bald cap and the muscuses, looking like LL Cool J. You understand? Stuff like that. So I want to push into y'all. We doing 4 things around here, 4 things only, Crystal. Four things only. Shawana. We trying to create 100,000. No, excuse me. We creating 100,000 millionaires because Phil won't let me say trying. We creating 100,000 millionaires
through technology and education.
Through technology and education.
And debt free.
Well, ain't that wrong with debt free, but you follow me, you're gonna have some debt. It's just gonna be debt that other people pay for. we will make sure that the worst salesperson on planet Earth has the highest income. I heard somebody say student loans. We in the student loan debt crisis. We don't like that. And my favorite of all, it's just tugs at my heartstrings, probably because I was left alone in the trash can. Ending world hunger. That one still burns my chops, let me tell you. That one still burns my chops. 40,000 children die a day from starvation. And I'm going to tell you what makes me so mad about that. Because for about, I started adopting kids in 2013, okay? So 2013. So from 81 to 2013, I let them convince me, sugar, that was normal. Let me tell y'all something. It ain't normal. That's what makes me so mad. That I let the status quo convince me that people dying like that is just part of the world. Now I call BS on that. I'm not okay with that. And I'm not okay with the fact that I let them do it and ain't raised no hell about it. Ain't asked for no laws to be changed. Ain't sent no money nowhere. And more than likely, so have you. It's time for us to stop thinking like them. 40,000 children are dying every day. Not a month, every day, y'all. Every day. Right now, since I've talked, someone has died of starvation. Some lot of ones. Right now, as I talk right now, there are children. There are brown children in America in cages. That's not political, Jerry. That's just children. I want to do something about it. That's what this company is about. You can keep your Republican and your Democrat or whatever it is. I don't care. I hope you're both or one. Everybody's here. Republicans need money. Democrats need money. Go change your party rightly. Both sides. I'm a capitalist. Don't bother me one way. Most of my friends, the people in my association, I make too much money not to have a bunch of people who are Republican. You understand? And let me tell you, don't bother me one bit. And I don't bother them one bit. Because I ain't neither. And they all know it. What I'm saying is some of this stuff ain't political. Giving little Timmy $150,000 of student loans, that's not a political situation. That's a terrible financial thing that our government is doing to 18-year-olds. That ain't political. That's debt slavery. I got a problem with that too. You understand? Those are 4 things. I don't mean to insult your intelligence and repeat, but I'm going to repeat until that's in you. We covered 6 things so far. You said it's 2 rules, just 2 rules only. No one suffers alone. If you drowning, I ain't trying to drown, but my feet gonna be wet. Something. You understand? We're gonna do something about that. The second thing we said, stay in the plane. Look, it's hard out here, man. The moment Abby said, I want this, everything opposite has showed up in her life. All of y'all, it's the law of opposites. This is what it is. The moment you declare a thing that which that thing is not, it's going to show up in your life. How many, let me just show Abby, she's not alone, and everybody. If you could just flick your cameras, raise your hand, just show Abby, just show her. If you going through hell right now, that ain't got nothing to do with you. You don't know where it's coming from. Won't you go ahead and raise your hands? Come on, help me out, somebody. Look at this here. Steve, like, man, I don't know where the hell it's coming from. I understand. It ain't got nothing to do with your character. It's got nothing to do with your decisions. It is that your crazy self decided to follow me and to become a millionaire. And you got to get the exact opposite of that. So if you
Lord have mercy.
That's it.
Jesus Christ.
That's it. So if you want it easy, just end the call, check out, never come back. That's the way it works. Because even lions, okay, Steve, even lions don't eat dead gazelles. So if you want lions to just pass you up, just go to a dead life. You'll be surrounded by vultures picking off you and your prosperity. Help me, somebody. The lions don't chase dead things. You understand? Y'all going through hell, not because you did something wrong. I need you to receive this. Because I know what you're saying, because I said it in 2008. I know it. December 27, 2008 was one of the worst days of my life. I remember it to this day. I've told the story before, I tell it right now. I was literally crying. If y'all know, I don't cry. I've cried like 3 times since 99. One was like on a Sunday call not too long ago. And the next one was in 2008, December 27th. And my cousin, we call him Bad Luck. That was actually his name. Was smoking weed. And I'm crying. He's smoking weed. Because this is where I come from, y'all. I don't know where y'all come from. Okay? You know, they do, you know, coke or whatever. We won't do all that down here. You know, we won't do all that. Smoking weed, and I say, bro, why is it so? Okay, Phil, is it so bad? Why do people hate me? Why am I so bad? And my man did this here. Tony, if you don't know who you are, other people will decide for you. This man gave me a whole sermon over some weed smoke. Come on. You know what I'm saying? And I went, boy, you done said something. I've been fooling around letting other people decide who I am. Help me, somebody. That's why I remember the date. It's called flash bulb memory. When you get that bad car accident, it gets burnt in your head. It was a bad day. It got burnt in my head. December 27, 2008. I'll never forget it. I know the clothes I had on. I could still smell outside because it's in my memory. And I sat there and I said, this boy done told me the truth. So let me tell y'all the truth right now upon this day. You going through hell, not because you're doing wrong, because I wasn't doing wrong in 2008. You know what I decided? In September 12th or 13th, I said, I am not fit to sit up here and have this 8-month pregnant woman with my son, who wasn't born yet, standing in no damn FEMA lines. Now, I ain't talking to nobody but me right now. Because that's what we was doing, Arshia. We was in FEMA lines. And let me tell you the crazy thing, y'all. We had to show up, Jerry, at 3 in the morning. It's cold as hell in Texas at 3 in the morning in October. And then it burn up like Baghdad come 10 o'clock. It just make no sense. Texas is really weird like that. We go from 60, which is cold to us, Law. I know you making fun of us. That's cold to us, though, okay? You know, we ain't in New York, you understand? We don't know nothing about no basements and no subways, all right? We don't know nothing about that there. And then it gets up to 100, or feels like it. We hot and cold. And here she is, swollen feet, 8.5 months pregnant. And her sorry man, me, got her. I got both of us staying out there because we need this $75 gift card from Walmart that the government about to give us. And I got us acting like we not together so she can get a $75 and I can get a $75. You know I'm telling the truth. You know that's too realistic, too hood not to be the truth. You know it. Okay, no, don't fool me now. You know that's the truth. Yeah, all right. So we can get 150. And the reason we chose that FEMA line is simple. Because the Walmart gift cards let you also get gas at Murphy USA. You know what I'm saying? So we needed that gift card because we can get gas. So I can go apply for some jobs or something. Whatever. We needed the gas. And I said, I ain't doing this no more. This woman will not have to do this no more. And so I told her, no more FEMA lines. Now, oh, Abby say, I just woke up. Help me, somebody. I said, look, no more FEMA lines. We need, though we don't. No, we don't. I'll figure it out. And then September 14th, I'll start changing again. And let me tell you something. I walked right into prosperity. Nope. I went through hell. Do you understand? Because the moment I declared I need no more FEMA lines, every bit of poverty showed up.
That's probably why I'm going through hell now.
All y'all going through it right now because that's the way this universe works. Because you cannot enjoy a hot shower if you're first not dirty. I can give you your favorite meal on planet Earth right now. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm going to give you your favorite meal on planet Earth right now. If I keep feeding you, you're going to get full. And that favorite meal going to become nasty real quick. Because in order to experience anything of joy, you must also be in the presence of the opposite. Your favorite meal is only your favorite meal because you're hungry. Your favorite dessert is only good because you're hungry. The moment you done had enough, I say, hey, you want some? That's why the opposite has to show up. Let me tell you something. If you behind on your rent, good. If you ain't planting bad seeds, you're in a good position. So you can't handle that. Middle class folk can't handle that. No, I don't know how my rent. Shoot. You behind on your car note and you ain't planting no bad seeds, good. Good. Opposite done showed up. You're getting closer. It's got to be that way. You got problems with your spouse, good. If you ain't planting no bad seeds, opposite done showed up. Because it's only going to show up in what you care about. Let me tell y'all something. The opposite ain't going to show up in some stuff that ain't going to bother you. It's going to show up in the only stuff that can bother you.
You are preaching this morning.
Come on, sugar. If it's
no, that's the truth.
that's it.
That's the truth. Yes.
That's it.
Yes, it is.
If it's your kids, if the universe can only get your attention through your kids, it's gonna be your kids that's gonna act crazy. If it's your spouse, they gonna act crazy. Parents, they gonna act crazy. Money, that's gonna act crazy. How many of you know you can't even rub two nickels together? I done been so broke, I couldn't even find $1 to put under my son's pillow for losing his tooth. Do you understand how broke you gotta be not to pretend to be the tooth fairy? That's some real broke there. I know all about it. I'm trying to tell you, that's too realistic to be fake, Nikki. It's too realistic. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all, you're here and your life is going through hell. It's because you decided to be great. It ain't even personal. It is not personal. It's science. And you don't get mad at science. All you got to do is ask yourself, what speed do I need to jump out this situation for this situation not to pull me back no more? It's called escape velocity. You're not leaving the planet's atmosphere if you're not moving at the speed in which you can break through gravity. So it's not happening. I'm sorry. Everybody's wondering, you got something going on in your life and you're not moving fast enough out of it. That's your problem. Your problem is you ain't putting enough speed.
Can I say something?
Come on, man.
You know what that's going through my head as you say this? Faith without works is dead.
Faith without works is dead. Ain't no sense in you believe in God and ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, Brother Chris.
God, give me a job, but I ain't filled out no applications. Make me an actress and I ain't moving to LA. Get out of here. Make me a good business person, but I ain't reading no books. Come on, man. That ain't the way it works. No. You heard our shit. I don't know if y'all heard what our shit said, but I heard her. She said, if I got a partner or not, I'm waiting and I ain't waiting at the same time. And they better get here right. But before they get here, I'm going to get here myself. I heard her. I heard a lot. I heard you loud and clear. I'm an active listener. I was listening. I heard you. One or not. Parents want to get, I heard her. She said next, parents want to get down or not. Either way, I'm done with this level of my life. Help me, somebody.
So I already see myself with jets, multiple businesses already. And then my daughter says she already see me with money. So that is a person, that's an entity stopping me. So I'm not letting that person or another entity stop me from my greatness.
I'm glad you said that. That's a good ending.
There's better partners on the other side of the breakthrough.
Watch it, Jerry.
And the guess thing is, they done messed up because I'm not scared.
Look at that.
Antonio?
Yes, ma'am.
It's also a build-up process.
Come on now.
Build up now. Because you got to build up to get some muscles to run the race.
You understand.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So for me, it's picking my bed up and walking with it. But the way I refuel, I have to also, and this is a build-up process, is listening to your videos. Because your message is life-changing.
Thank you.
It is life-changing. I'm not saying it just to be saying it, but when you can hear something in the mix of your adversaries or you're going through, I'm just saying that's my food. That's what I'm feeding off of. It's something that's gonna give me just a little bit more hope to keep going. Because this thing it's moving fast. But we can only move as fast as where we can build up at, stand our feet flat on the ground and keep it and go from there. That's where I'm at today.
I know when I'm supposed to shut my mouth. Vanessa said what she said. Y'all have a good day. Antonio T. Smith Jr., you can play it better. You can dominate. Vanessa ended it very well. Y'all have a good one. Let's go on out there and become millionaires. All right, everybody. Have a good one.
We're making lower emission vehicles our priority. Reusable packaging, our priority. And carbon capture research to offset emissions, our priority. Because Earth is our priority. At FedEx, we know sustainability means a lot to you, and we feel the same way. Our goal is to be carbon neutral by 2040. We call it Priority Earth. FedEx, where now meets next.
At Huntington, we've been asking ourselves, can we make saving money any easier? And we think we've solved it. Introducing Money Scout. It analyzes your spending habits, income, and expenses to find money not being used in your checking account, then pushes it to savings automatically. Why would a bank do that? just to help people thrive. That's how we reinvent banking. Huntington, welcome. Subject to eligibility, terms, conditions, and account agreements. Learn more and enroll at huntington.com/moneyscout.